I've always been an adventurer. I want to do more, see more, and be more. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to explore that passion all over the world and across our country. When I came home, I never thought I'd be opening a new restaurant in 6 months. And here I am. From the beginning, I wanted to build a place that echoed some of my favorite places I had worked at and seen as the Vagabond chef. I wanted my customers to be a part of an experience, and my restaurant to be part of a community. When we first opened, I said, we're in a trust fall with Wheeling. And Wheeling has certainly caught us. So we've beat all the odds, we've surmounted every challenge, and here we are, we're still alive. And we've made something work that a lot of people couldn't. But when it became obvious to us that we weren't going to be able to stay in our current location, I kind of started surveying the field and seeing what was possible, what locations could we move into, what did we have to work with. And when I asked Wheeling, where do you want Vagabond Kitchen, the resounding cry was in downtown Wheeling, which was great to hear because that was a huge part of our choice to go in downtown to start with. One of the problems with our current location is our lack of street presence. Another one is our inability to obtain a liquor license. So those are two things that are very quickly erased from our palette of problems once we move into our new location. We'll have a very great street presence in a very prominent location. We'll have the opportunity to have at least a little bit of outside seating, and we'll be able to serve beer and wine and cocktails. And we can still offer a really great lunch, but now we can augment that with a fabulous dinner as well. So it's going to give people a much better experience. The goal for our Kickstarter is to raise $20,000 through this campaign. We're also pursuing other avenues to raise money. We're looking at probably $100,000 to get into this new space. We have to completely outfit the kitchen, and although we can take some of our equipment from our current location, we don't have a walk-in cooler, we don't have an Ansel and a hood system, and that alone is going to cost tens and tens of thousands of dollars. There is nothing in a restaurant that isn't expensive. Restaurant equipment is used daily, abused, beaten up, and scarred, and it needs to be as hardcore as its workers. So we're still working with a pretty tight budget. So we need to work with the idea of less is more. And I really love the more industrial look to things anyway. So we've got this great exposed brick that we're going to continue to utilize, but I want to break it up a little bit with some panels of drywall or a nice neutral color that would serve as a backdrop for photographs or something like that. And then we'll have a small bar down here in the main dining room. And one of the things that I don't like about our current location is that it's too open. It's just, to me, it feels almost like a cafeteria. So I want to create these little private nooks for people to sit in and feel almost like they're just there with their group or their party. When you go upstairs, we'll continue to have a private dining room or event room. That's something that people have really enjoyed in our current space. And hopefully this one will be able to seat even more people. So it'll be hopefully like a 30 to 50 person event room that can be rented out for business meetings or special occasions. And then also we'll blow out the rest of the space to have a full service bar. So if we can raise 20 through this Kickstarter campaign, we'll be pursuing a small business loan and also private investors. And hopefully through all three of those avenues, we'll be able to raise as much money as we need. And that will allow us to get open and finally get on our feet and get where we need to